Hi there and welcome to this video which is going to explore how we're going to build atoms. So obviously you've downloaded the worksheet, so what I'd like you to do is to upload the PhET simulation. When you get to the PhET simulation on building atoms, you will pull up this file which looks like this. So I'm just going to enlarge it for you here. There's a number of things to check out. So we've got three different areas that we can work on. We've got the atom down the bottom, we can look at symbols, and there's a game which will appear later in the activity. Then what we can do, we see we've got the three main particles that we utilize when we're building an atom. We've got protons, we've got neutrons, and we've got electrons. This is our atom that's going to be built here. The nucleus is in the middle. We've got our orbitals or shells on the outside, and we can add accordingly the various particles to those areas. Note that the protons will only go into the nucleus, as will the neutrons, and the electrons will only go onto the outside. The electrons will also fill up in the order of 2, 8, 8. Now this simulation only allows us to go up to element 10, okay, which is neon. So basically what we're going to do is run through the activity, and the idea being that you will fill up various particles within the atom and see how it affects the element. Things also worth noting is over here we can look at our net charge, and this basically will tell us how many positive or negative particles that we've got. If it's neutral, it'll come up and say it's neutral. So let's just have a quick look at that. If I put a proton here, you notice it says hydrogen straight away. We've also got this plus ion. That basically means that it's deficient in an electron. But if I take an electron and stick it in that shell there, it now says it's a neutral atom. That means that the net charge, if we look over here, is going to be 0. So I've now got a neutral atom of hydrogen, and that is the one that exists in the periodic table. Now if I then click on this button over here, this green cross, it will give me my mass number. And we can see that I've got a mass number of 1. That mass number is directly related to the proton in the nucleus. Watch what happens when I pull this away. It still stays at plus 1. Look what's happened to the charge. As I pulled the electron away, the only thing I've got is a proton, which is positively charged. So this is indicating that it's lost an electron, hence it's become an ion. And it's the proton which is giving me the actual charge. If I add another proton, the result is I'm going to get an increase in charge, and I'm going to get an increase in mass. But if I just add neutrons, look what happens. You can see the mass number goes up. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to toggle between a variety of different activities and work out exactly what's going on. If you ever want to reset the whole thing, come over to this orange button, press that button, and we reset the whole program. So we can do that with just building the atoms. Then we can see what happens with symbols, and there's an exercise on symbols. And then as we move to the far side, we've then got 4 different games that we can have a go at, and you can test your knowledge. So I hope you found that useful. Now work through the activity using this simulation, and hopefully by the end of it you've got a real good understanding of how to build an atom. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to you meeting me again. Bye for now.